This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted, I think, for the first time in person to be joined by Bob Arum. Bob, I think we've spoken over Zoom many a time before. You're here in London at a stadium which I just heard is dear to your heart because of the Giants win here. How excited are you to be back in the UK for another Tyson Fury mega show?
I'm really very, very excited. You know, when Tyson fights, everybody on my side of the pond really takes notice because Tyson has become the top attraction in boxing in the United States. And whether he fights here or someplace else or in the United States, people really pay attention.
Now he's fighting Derek Chisora, a man he's been in the ring with twice and he's won handedly on both occasions. What was the reasoning for a Derek Chisora? Everyone was talking about an Anthony Joshua, but how have we ended up here with the trilogy fight?
Well, Anthony Joshua was the opponent that we looked for, but Eddie Hearn slow played it and, it killed it. Chisora, remember, he lost twice to Fury, but that was years ago. Yeah. And look at his latest body of work when he fought Usyk. I mean, he gave Usyk hell, and everybody said, well, Usyk then went on to fight Joshua, that Usyk had no chance because, he struggled with Chisora, even though he won a close decision. But he beat Fury both times a lot easier than he beat Chisora.
Joshua,
beat Joshua, yeah.
With this fight, obviously, it'll be more of a lively build-up than it would for a Manuel Char. What are you expecting to see from Tyson and Derek today? Do you think all niceties will be off the table and you expect them to go at each other?
That I don't know about niceties, when I'm at a press conference with Tyson Fury, he is a performer. And what he'll do and what he won't do, your clue is as good as mine. I don't know.
Just sort of moving back a question, I sort of jumped the gun a little bit there. In terms of the fight that everyone wanted to see, do you believe the buck stops with Eddie Hearn or Anthony Joshua?
Oh, not Joshua. I think Joshua really wanted the fight. And we agreed on the split and everything. And then we couldn't hear from Eddie Hearn. We'd send him a contract. It'd take a week to get back. Listen, I'm experienced. I know when a guy is slow playing, looking to kill the deal.
Do you believe that he doesn't have maybe the confidence in the fact that Anthony Joshua would be able to get the job done against Tyson Fury now?
Well, of course he doesn't have the confidence. But I'm putting myself in Eddie Hearn's shoes, I wouldn't have the confidence. I mean, Joshua's lost 3 out of his last 5 fights, and now you put him in with this monster, Tyson Fury. How can you be confident?
There's been a lot of talk recently on the bad side to boxing about testing and things like that. I'm sure you're sick of talking about it, but I've got to ask you because you're here. VADA testing, I'm assuming for this fight, this main event, VADA testing will be in order?
Yeah, because it's the best. They do the best job. Now, remember, what is VADA? They're a testing organization. Mm-hmm. They don't rule other than show what the tests are. Like, for example, we did a fight about a year ago when Oscar Valdez, one of our fighters, had a substance that was a banned substance. But we were able to demonstrate that WADA, which the boxing commissions have to follow, WADA allowed that substance as long as it wasn't in competition. And when he was training, it wasn't competition. So, again, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. But remember, the VADA people just test, and they present the test to the applicable commission.
How surprised were you then that when it got to fight week, they knew about these results a couple of weeks before, that they carried on? Surely, and I get the whole, you've got to prove your innocence. So why not say, look, the fight's off, but we're going to give him the chance to prove innocence? Why did that not happen?
To me, looking from the outside, right, it was shocking. Now, is there an explanation that I don't know about? Perhaps. But again, why were the results hidden for 3 weeks until they were exposed by a newspaper? Why?
I think these are questions that will have to get answered in a few weeks. Right, let's go on to something more positive. You've got a plethora of lightweights. I know you've just touched on it in your previous interview. You've got Devin Haney, undisputed. I mean, you've got the likes of Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko. These are fantasy fights that you're going to potentially be able to make here. How excited are you about this sort of new wave of superstars, current superstars that you've got at your disposal to put these matchups on?
Well, I'm very excited, and it's great for boxing. It's great for the public, because Frank Warren's philosophy is the same as mine.
Yeah.
Give the public competitive fights, and they'll flock to the sport.
Your relationship with Frank Warren's been a long-standing one, and you've always seemed to be able to put on events, put on shows, and work well, and there's never really any bad words said back and forth. What do we need in boxing for everyone to sort of all get on? Because you see these arguments going across Twitter with there'll be Leonard Ellerby and Eddie Hearn and Eddie and someone else. What's the denominator? How do we all come together to make sure we can do more of this?
Act professionally. Act professionally. If you want to build a sport to where it's respected by the people, you have to act professionally with the sport and particularly with each other.
Absolutely. Look, Bob Arum, it's been an honour speaking to you. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully we can catch up again, because I know you're coming back to the UK again in a few, Yard, Better Behave, and you mentioned Josh Taylor and Cattrall, so I look forward to catching up with you then as well.
Good to talk to you.